Now it's time for our weekly check of weather with Eric Hunt. Eric, over the past week, we've had chances of rain for lots of us across the state, with just some of it falling. How are things looking as we turn to the next week?
Thanks, Bryce. Definitely some chances of precipitation for most everybody here the next 7 days. Featured note to start off the week will be this trough of low pressure in the middle part of the atmosphere in the southwestern United States. It'll be moving out into the north central U.S. early this next week. At the surface, we can expect an area of low pressure to develop here in the front range and move up into the Dakotas. We should see an area of showers across the eastern side of the state on Sunday. Hopefully you're getting some precipitation during the day on Saturday in the central and west central parts of the state. Well, to really kind of watch where that area of low pressure goes, we are currently expecting that area of low pressure on Monday afternoon to be closer to Aberdeen, South Dakota. But if it ends up being closer to Bismarck, then I think we're going to have more of the eastern side of the state in line for potential for enhanced, maybe even moderate risk of severe weather. That would mostly include large hail and damaging winds, but also some tornado threat. Cold front will be kind of associated with this low pressure to its south and southwest of it. Out ahead of it will be a warm, muggy day, potentially even getting close to 90 degrees across portions of eastern Nebraska. In terms of total precipitation early this next week, again, I think we got a pretty good chance of picking up a tenth, a quarter of an inch, maybe a half inch across portions of central Nebraska. I'm not really overly bullish on significant precipitation across most of the state here the next 7 days. If we can get enough wraparound moisture from this low pressure, we might pick up a little bit more precipitation across portions of north central Nebraska, which would be really good news. I am a little bit more optimistic about getting higher precipitation totals across southeastern Nebraska, where we are more likely to pick up some rain on Sunday and some more thunderstorms on Monday. Later in the week, we should see a cold front moving through on late Wednesday into early Thursday. That'll bring chances of precipitation for about the southeastern two-thirds of the state. Again, a lot of this is going to depend on how much moisture return we get. If it ends up being pretty good, we could see at least a quarter to half inch of rain for at least the eastern half of the state. Likely to be pretty dry again out in the panhandle. First week of May, I think we are looking at below average favorite here across most of north central U.S. I do think there's going to be a chance of getting some moisture in here closer to about May 6th or 7th. But I think there's going to be at least a 4 or 5 day window in here of pretty dry conditions across this entire state and the region starting about May 1st. Temperatures likely to be above average for the first week of May. Again, I don't think we're looking at record heat likely here, but I think we were probably talking about a lot of days of temperatures in the 70s, maybe even the low 80s. Not going to complain about that. Precipitation here the last week. We did have some pockets of southeastern Nebraska pick up some heavier amounts of rain late Wednesday. Again, this is through early Thursday morning. But for the most part, though, most of the state has not picked up any meaningful precipitation here in the last 7 days, which is quite unfortunate. Soil moisture percentile is getting very, very low here across most of the entire north central part of the country. We do have a statewide burn ban that was issued by Governor Pillen this week. And again, so some of the areas where we've had the fires this week up around Brown County, soil moisture percentiles are very, very low. We did see some degradation in the drought monitor across portions of Valley, Garfield, and Wheeler counties and the southeast corner of the state. The soil temperatures right now across the state, generally speaking, in the 50s to low 60s, and the temp and precip around it for the week ending April 19th, 2025. Back to you, Bryce.